Everyone. Uh, in this tutorial, we'll learn about the JWT, like what is JWT and why we use JWT. So, what are the advantages and disadvantages of JWT? Also, we will see, and also we'll uh, run the code so that we can have a clear picture like how it works. Okay. So, let us first see what is JWT. So, I have created a document. I will share the link on the comment section. You can download from there. So what is JWT? JWT, the full form is JSON Web Token. Okay, the token which is in the form of JSON. And second point is JWT is a compact string, right? So it's JWT. What it is? It's a token which is a we can say it's a compact string. Okay. So why it is used? It is used to pass in between two entities, right? Okay, the entities can be front end and back end, the user and server, you can say, right? And JWT made up of three parts. What are that? Like I have mentioned here, header, payload, signature. So what is that? Header means what? The algorithm which I have used to create the JWT. So that information will be contained by the header, and payload it will contain the information like the user information, username, password, etc. And signature it's a key, right, which is used to create the JWT. So that means we have three parts: header, payload, and signature. So let us see the advantages. What are the advantages? It's stateless. Like we don't need any server to store the information about the user. Okay, so we'll store the information in JSON like username, password. Okay, and second point is it's compact and fast. What is right? Compact means it's if I will give a string uh, which is a composition of 10 letter, right? So after compacting it, it can be less than 10 letter. So if I'll do that, then it will be fast, right? It will not take much space, that's why. And third point is it's cross platform. Cross platform means you can use the JWT token in any language, like in Java, in Node.js, in Python also, right? So, and self content. What is that? Self content means uh, the JSON can contain the user information like username, password, etc. And fifth one is it's secure, right? Since it's a compact string, it can be secure. Not 100%, it can be. And disadvantages, what are the disadvantages? First one is manual token expression not possible, right? If I write the token can contain the expiration date. If I am giving 1 hour expiration to a token, so after 1 hour it will not work. Okay, so that expiration I cannot manually uh, expire that token. So it's not possible. If I once I will create that 1 hour, then it will expire after 1 hour. Within 1 hour it can, right? And second thing is bigger payload equal to bigger token. So that means if the payload will be more, then the uh, token must be bigger, right? And third one is not encrypted by default, right? The fourth one is can be misused. Yes, it can be misused. Okay, if you will reveal the key, etc. So this was all about the JWT, and let us see the workflow, right? The workflow, like how it works. Then we'll go to the code structure. But suppose I am a user. Okay, so I will log in by giving username and password. Okay, so this will call to server, and in response server will give a token, right? Generate token and return. Okay, this was the first process to get the token. And what happened? So by using that token, Whenever I will call a API, I will um, authenticate by this token. Okay, suppose after login I wanted to access uh, the dashboards section, right? So if I will call to dashboard API, then I have to pass the token also. Okay, then server will validate if the token expression has not uh, expired date, then it will respond back with the dashboard input, right? So what will the process for that? I'm a user and I want to access the dashboard section. Dashboard section, it's the API, right? You can say dashboard API. Okay, then server, I'll call to server, API to call server, and it must contain API name plus token. Okay, so it will call to server, then server will validate, right? If validation is true, then we will have the dashboard access. Okay, give DB access. Okay, simply that means dashboard access. Otherwise, what happened? If it will be false, then it will show invalid token, we can say, right? So this is the workflow, and let's uh, let's understand the code structure, and then we'll run that code. Okay, so for this demo, we'll use Spring Boot and Postman. Okay, so first of all, we have to create a Spring project using the Spring initializer. Okay, so for that process, I have created a separate video. I will share the link on the comment section, or you can directly search on my account. Okay, so I'll share the link. So first we have to create the Spring project, and then you have to import that Spring project into your Eclipse. And also I have created another separate video how to import the Spring Boot project into the Eclipse. You can check that also, and I will also share the link on the comment section. So go to Eclipse, then click on File and click on Import. Then click on Existing Maven project. Then click on Browse. Go to the folder. Then click on Select folder. Then click Finish. So this will import the dummy Spring Boot project, right? So now it has successfully imported the project, and also here I have given the project name as JWT demo. So JWT demo project uh, have some folder structure already. It will automatically create. So we'll use that, right? So first of all, what we have to do is we have to update the pom.xml with this information. So these are the dependencies which is required to uh, do the JWT connection. Okay, so yeah. So Coffee and put that code onto the form.xml. You can remove and paste. Okay. So then what we'll create is, so this file will be automatically created whenever you will create the project. Okay, so no need to worry about it. So we have to create other project, other files, right? So this will be the folder structure, right? So within com.xml.jwt demo, what other sub packages or files we'll use, that information is here, right? So as you can see, jwt.java file will be directly inside the jwt demo package, and these are the sub packages, and the sub packages will contain these files. Okay, so we'll create one by one. So for that, let us create JWT util file. Inside JWT demo, click on new. So this is a Java class file, right? We have to choose a class option, then create the class, and then inside that class you have to put this code. So I will later explain the uh, purpose of each file. Okay, so first let us create the file, then put the file information, and then we have to create a sub package named as config. So under this we have to create a sub package, right? So for that we have to uh, click on folder and put the package name. So if you will give the folder name, it will consider as a package name. Okay, no need to worry about it. So then inside that you have to create this file. Sorry. So the code. Okay, so then yeah, for config sub package only one file is there. Then we have to create another sub package, that is controller. Under this controller sub package we have to create three files. Okay, first one is our controller, second one is auth request. First create all three files, then we'll put the code inside that. Sorry. So this is a class. So the class name over here, and then yes, this will be our last class. Okay. So first of all, we have to put the code for auth controller. Let us copy the code. Auth controller. Yeah. No. Paste. Then we have to copy the code for auth request. Copy for auth response. I think the patch. Yeah. This will be the code for auth response. Okay. So now we have created all files. So uh, it will be easier if I'll show you the uh, complete work by calling from the postman. Then I will tell you the purpose of each file. Okay. So Before that, what I have to do, I have to run the Spring Boot, right? So you have to click on the predefined file which was already there. Then right click on that. Then click on run as. Then click Java application. And another thing, we are using the token expression as 1 minute only. So after 1 minute, the token will not work. Remember this. So then open Postman. So open Postman. Then click on this create new request. Okay. So first, what I already told you, first we'll do the login and get the token. So for that, I've created API by this path login. Okay, for login purpose, so you have to put the information here. Then select the method as post, and also you have to give some information to login. Like whenever we are login a application, we need some. We have to give some information like user credential. Okay, so here what I will do is I will give username and password, and the username and password I have hard coded on the backend. Okay, so whatever I will give uh, from the postman, it will simply check with that hard coded. If it will match, then it will give the okay. So okay, this information I have to put under body and raw. Okay, so select body and under body select raw. Then paste the information, user information in JSON. Okay, then click on send. Okay, it's showing forbidden. Let us see what happened. Yeah, here double quote is missing. Click on, yeah. Now we get the token successfully. Then we will use this token to call a API, whatever the API you want to access. So access after successful login. I have a API called hello. I wanted to access this. I want to access this API. Okay. So what I have to do, and this API is exist under API auth, right? I will tell you later what are the forwards. Simply copy this, paste over here, then select authorization, and under the auth type you have to select bearer token. Here you have to paste the token. Okay, so let us recreate the token because the expiration is 1 minute. So I think that has completed. So copy and paste that token over here, and let us call and see what happened. Yeah, now we are getting the response back. It's giving hello user, right? So that means hello API has successfully authenticated, then given the response as hello user. So what will happen if I will uh, give a wrong token? So let us add one letter and call. That means this is a uh, invalid token. So see what happened. Yeah, it's showing invalid token. If I will correct the token and again call, yeah, now you can see it's giving the result because the token is correct. So and let us see after 1 minute what happened. Let us wait for 1 minute. Yeah, now 1 minute has been done. So that means we must, whenever if I will call send, then it must give invalid token. Let us see. Yeah, now you can see it's giving invalid token. Okay, that means the token has expired. So let us see each files in detail. What are the purpose of each file? As I already told you that the workflow is what as a user. First, I will log in by using the username and password. Right here, you can see. Okay, so whenever I am calling the login API, what happened? It will okay. So yeah, it will go to the login APIs, right? And here, what happened? The request has username and password. I will compare the username and password with the existing username and password. It will check. It will get the username from the request and check with the hard coded. This is the username I have hard coded. So if it is equal and password is equal, then it will go inside the if block. Otherwise, it will show invalid credential. Right. So let us see. If I will give a wrong password, what happened? It's showing invalid credential. If I'll correct again, then call, yeah, it will give you the token. So if the credential will be validated, then it will call to generate token. That means the token will be generated by calling this method, and that token will be respond back to the user. So this is the first work process, right? Whenever we are login. So what happened whenever we are generating the token? Let us see inside what we have written, right? So go to the JWT util file. So here, whenever we are generating the token, it will call here, right? Call to this token, this method, and we must pass the username, right? You can say, yeah, here we have passed the username, right? By using this username, okay, we will uh, generate the token. The token, as I already told you, the token must have three parts, right? It is header, then payload, and another one is signature, right? The username will be used as the payload. That means, right? So let us see. And this was the and this line will be used to store who issued this token. We have to give the information. Then set issued at what time and what date that token has been issued. So we have to add this information also under the token generation. Then we'll set the expiration, and the expiration, yeah, here. So this is to set the expiration time as 1 minute, and similarly we can also set as 1 hour also, right? And after that, here we have to use the algorithm, which algorithm you will use to generate the token. So that information we have to give here, and it will successfully generate the token and return back. Okay, so that token will get as a user, right here. So this was the first process, right? And in second process, what happened? Now I have the token, right? Then what I will do? I will call the hello API, which is inside path controller, right? So this was for login API, and this is the hello API. What happened? Okay, I will call hello API with the token validate. Okay, So I'll call hello API, and this must be get request, get as a method, right? So with token, so whenever it will hit the server, first of all, what happened, it will read the uh, token, right, from the request body. Now I have the token, then I have to validate that token with the existing. Okay, that means server will already has already stored some information to validate the token. So if I will provide that token to the server, server will take that token and validate. So let us see what has been written inside this validate token method. Let us see. Yeah, here this method, whenever I will call, I will pass the token. Using this token, I will validate. If the validation is successfully completed, then it will return true, otherwise false. If I will get the validation as successful, then I will execute this line. What was the purpose? First, I will get the username from the token. Okay, then I will pass that username with a string as hello, like hello, then the username, like here you can see the hello user. That means this is the username. Okay, yeah, and to get the username from the token, I have already written a method also inside this JWT util. You can see, yeah, I'll get the token. From the token I will get the, so this method purpose is to extract the username from the token. So this was all about the JWT. Okay, and if I will tell you the purpose in short, JWT util, it contains the uh, core logic of the JWT, like how to generate the token, how to validate. And the security config purpose is it contains of configuration for the JWT, right? It tells that inside this API auth, okay, whatever I will write the API, that API has been permitted, because if I will not give the permission here, then it will automatically uh, authenticate. So for this demo, we are not authenticate automatically. We are manually authenticate under the controller, as I already told you. Okay. So if I will use this line, then the purpose is on only the login which is inside API auth, that for that API it will not require any authentication. Other than that, whatever API I will call, which if that API is inside API auth, that API must be authenticated automatically by the Spring. Okay. So this is the purpose of security config. We are giving the configuration, and the purpose of the files which are inside controllers of package is, first one is auth controller. Auth controller, it contains the APIs. Okay, so whenever I will call the API, it will hit here login, then hello API to get the information, right? And after that, this was, and this method you can skip it. Okay, and the auth request purpose is to use the setter getter for the request parameter. As we are parsing whatever request we are getting to auth request, then whenever you are going to respond back, to the user, we will parse that response to auth response, and then we'll parse. So yeah, this was all about today's session. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in next video. Till then, tata.